Hey everyone, welcome back to Class Bites, your place for quick and easy lessons that make learning simple and fun. Hope that you liked our previous video about how climate shapes every biome on Earth. Today's topic is about human impact on tropical rainforests and how humans are destroying tropical rainforests. Grab a few minutes and let's learn something new together.
The tropical rainforest is one of the most vibrant and diverse biomes on Earth, home to countless species of plants, animals, and microorganisms, many of which cannot be found anywhere else. Human activity, however, has profoundly altered these lush landscapes, reshaping both their physical structure and the delicate balance of life they support. The impact is visible in multiple ways, often combining to create a cycle of destruction that is difficult for these ecosystems to recover from. One of the most significant ways humans have affected tropical rainforests is through deforestation. People clear vast areas of forest to make room for agriculture, particularly for crops that are in high global demand. The removal of trees not only eliminates the habitat for countless species, but also disrupts the complex networks of plants and animals that have evolved together over millennia. Trees in rainforests are not just individual organisms. They form an intricate canopy that regulates temperature, humidity, and rainfall patterns. When large sections are removed, the microclimates that many species rely on disappear, leading to a cascade of effects that often result in local extinctions. Logging, both legal and illegal, further exacerbates the problem. Even when forests are not entirely cleared, the selective removal of valuable tree species can create gaps in the canopy, exposing the forest floor to harsher sunlight and altering the moisture balance. This change affects smaller plants, fungi, and insects, which in turn impacts the birds and mammals that depend on them. The once thriving ecosystem becomes fragmented, isolating animal populations and reducing genetic diversity. Fragmentation makes it harder for species to find mates, migrate, or access the full range of resources they need, gradually weakening the resilience of the biome. Human-induced fires, often set intentionally to clear land, also play a destructive role. Tropical rainforests are not naturally adapted to frequent fires, so even a single blaze can devastate large areas. Fires release enormous amounts of carbon into the atmosphere, contributing to global climate change, which then feeds back into the rainforest's vulnerability. Rising temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns stress the remaining forests, making them more susceptible to disease, pests, and further fires. This interplay between direct human activity and climate effects demonstrates how interconnected and fragile these systems are. Mining and infrastructure development add another layer of disruption. Roads, dams, and urban expansion intrude into previously untouched regions, creating access routes that accelerate deforestation and increase human-wildlife conflict. Rivers and streams are polluted with sediment and chemicals, altering aquatic habitats and threatening fish populations that serve as food for both local human communities and wildlife. The presence of roads also facilitates the illegal wildlife trade, as exotic animals and rare plants are more easily captured and transported, further diminishing biodiversity. The consequences of these human activities are not confined to the forest itself. Tropical rainforests play a critical role in regulating the global climate and maintaining the Earth's oxygen and carbon balance. Their destruction contributes to rising greenhouse gas levels, which affects weather patterns far beyond the immediate region. Rainfall patterns in distant agricultural areas may shift, and extreme weather events become more frequent, illustrating how human impacts on one biome reverberate across the planet. Conservation efforts aim to mitigate these effects, but human pressures continue to challenge even the most carefully planned strategies. Protected areas, sustainable forestry practices, and reforestation projects offer hope, yet enforcement is difficult, and economic pressures often outweigh environmental considerations. Local communities may depend on forest resources for survival, creating a tension between immediate human needs and long-term ecological health. Education, alternative livelihoods, and international cooperation are essential to balance these competing priorities, but progress is slow and the biome remains highly vulnerable. Ultimately, the story of human impact on tropical rainforests is a cautionary tale about the consequences of unchecked exploitation. These forests, which once spanned vast portions of the Earth's surface, have been dramatically reduced and fragmented. The loss of species, the alteration of climate patterns, and the disruption of ecosystems are all direct results of human activity. Yet there is still potential for recovery if sustainable practices and conservation efforts are embraced widely and with urgency. By understanding how our actions affect this vital biome, humans have the opportunity to not only preserve the rainforest, but also to restore some of the resilience and diversity that has been lost. Protecting these forests is not just an environmental imperative, it is a recognition of our own reliance on the complex web of life that tropical rainforests sustain, reminding us that the health of one biome is inseparable from the well-being of the planet as a whole.
And that wraps up today's topic. We hope you enjoyed this short lesson and learned something new. Drop a comment and tell us what topic you'd like to explore next. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Class Bites to keep learning and growing with us every day.